Hey guys, back to the main story of the day. Ruto blamed Kenyan for the rejection, and of course he called out Kenyans for always criticizing. You should criticize the government as long as you are not saying hate speech. Criticism is protected speech. I wish it was Kenya where I wish it was in US where we have protected speech, hate speech as protected. But here in Kenya we don't have it. As where you can. Here, if you insult someone, you could find yourself in jail. But criticisms of all, Kenya's constitution permits even picketing, rioting, and all that. So they should not threaten us or all threaten people for voicing out their grievances. So anyway, we hope that the country will recover from the economic downturn, and we are hoping that the effects which we have right now will be reversed. Kenya is a very, very endowed country. We have the weather right now, it's raining every month, so this has helped the Ruto's regime. Otherwise, if it was not raining, I think Ruto would not have survived this. Ruto would hardly survive if it was not raining. Actually, I can assure you that if God was not gracious to us, and the way He has been gracious to us, that He has helped. Not the fertilizer which they have been distributing. Actually, I concur with that. So the reason why food prices is low is because the country has been raining throughout. And of course, the other point, you see even in December, but it's still raining. The other point is that fuel prices have fallen globally. So Ruto cannot claim that. Actually, he has increased road maintenance levy, which has been one of the road maintenance levy is one of the road maintenance levy is one of the charges Ruto has increased. And of late, from yesterday, I heard they are about to increase. They are about to increase the construction material, interior design construction materials. And this is a big blow to many developers in Kenya, property developers, because prices of houses will rise up. And remember, apart from food, housing is the second most important factor. People want to eat and they also want a shelter to live. So without shelter, it's also, although he could be saying that he's creating the housing project, but remember, these are houses built on public land, and then people have to buy. So very few people will be able to access these properties. So I would urge that they look into the idea of introducing new taxes, because also it's killing the morale, because every time the taxation policy is so unpredictable. So guys, the taxation policy is so unpredictable that every day they wake up, introduce new taxes on everything. Now construction sector, which is one of the backbone of the economy, actually, the construction sector, because people have to live. This will have a big, massive impact. So I hope these punitive taxes without services. Of course, we hear them saying that 52% of our revenue is going towards debt payment. But yet, then Kenyans asking themselves, where did this money go? Because they cannot see. The other day we heard also that the expressway has been making a loss despite the increase in traffic. So we pray that God can. I think the UDA government is lacking ideas. That's the problem. They are lacking ideas. They should actually look into Trump's policies. And actually, that's why so many Kenyans have been so much happy that Trump won, because there was that flirtatious, there was that flirtatious recommendation, or you could say sweet talk. There was that part in the back by the Biden on the Ruto's regime. And so Kenyans were so happy when the Meg White, the former US ambassador to Kenya, from the former embassy, mentioned that she is leaving. And so other Kenyans are calling on to Trump to dethrone Ruto's regime, which is, I would say, a far-fetched idea. We don't want that. It's crazy, because Kenya is an independent country. Whether we have a bad president, it's better than none. So we are praying for Ruto to succeed. And actually, the reason why we are criticizing Ruto is that we are giving him ideas, and also his advisors. He has so many advisors, but these advisors, and the point I mentioned is they have, one of the things which will destroy this country is leaning towards socialism and Marxism. And what we have noted is the fascism. These leaders, they are fascist in that they own property, and they believe in owning private property. But it has become increasingly impossible for Kenyans to own land, to own anything, from land to starting a company, even doing musician. They will tax even this video. They will tax even YouTube. They will tax even online creators. So they are looking everywhere. Even if you are working online, they are looking into how they can tap. They are about to introduce a bill that will kill online creators. So this is too much unbecoming. And the biggest problem is this is sending a negative message to investors, because, and of course, the other day I saw a video I'm going to share with you later of some YouTube vloggers who are, I think they are foreigners, and they were showing how it has become impossible to start a business in Kenya. So, and of course, there is also, so it's getting land, acquiring the land to starting a business. There's so much restriction, fees, charges, even before you settle. And so it's a huge discouragement. So I wish Ruto could learn from Trump. And also, of course, there are some benefits of make Kenya great again. Make Kenya great again. So we want to make Kenya great again. Reduce interest rate. The central bank should reduce the interest rate to 1%, like in the times of Kibaki, and to encourage local borrowing. So right now there is a hitch. That banks, because of the lending rates, very few people are going for loans. So businesses are finding themselves very, very difficult to do business. Very, very difficult very, very difficult to do business. So we urge the government to look. Hey, guys. We urge the government to look into its fiscal policy. The best governments in the whole world, they have low taxation policies. If you want to succeed, reduce taxation. It will reduce taxation. It will guys. It will encourage foreign investors. Right now, the way things are going, very few people will shy from investing in Kenya because of ever-changing taxation policies. It's unpredictable, and one of the policies of taxes should be predictable. And it should be fair also. And so also, it's also becoming increasingly difficult for local entrepreneurs. And here at Value Planeurs, we always advise you. We always give you the tips on investment opportunities. For example, land. They have increased. The the land procurement policy, you have to pay a big percentage. I guess it was the increase, was it 2% to, I think, to 5%. So you can imagine if you are buying a land of 2 million, you used to pay 40k. Now you have to pay 80k. 2% I guess is 80k. Yeah, 80k. So this is dissuading business entrepreneurs. And of course, you can see their policies. And of course, this socialism which is being introduced in the country, whereby the government is taking its task to build houses, yet Kenyans are rejecting this socialism. They are saying we can build houses ourselves. Don't build houses for ourselves. Just make the economy good. Improve the economy and we'll be able to afford houses. Because that's the best way. Leave the private sector to build houses. Because when the government takes on itself the mandate to own everything, from housing to transport to... it will kill the economy. Remember, countries like the South American countries, many of them are failing. And that's why you see mass migration. Look at a country like Venezuela. I give you a good example. Venezuela. A good country like Venezuela. This country is one of the richest countries, endowed with a lot of resources, oil. But right now, millions and millions of Venezuelans are flocking, heading upwards to US. So there is mass migration. Of course, they are encouraged by the Democrats. So I hope that President Trump can help fix our country so that this migration we are finding Kenyans moving out. Actually, there is also a big brain drain. Actually, big brain drain. So I wish the President Trump can pressure the government to look into this so that even in these South American countries, even in Kenya, so that they can give us a good deal as a country, so that if we have a good deal, we are able to restore our economy. So that is the only thing Trump can help. And of course, coming down some of the affairs of Kenyans. I mean, to maintain law and order in this country. Yeah. So I don't want the American machineries to interfere in the country. I would not even desire that. I would not desire that. We have seen the machineries in other countries, like in I think Tunisia, Benghazi issue. We have seen them also in Somalia before. We have seen them in West Africa. So we would not like to see these machineries in Kenya. Kenya has enjoyed a relatively good relationship with the West, and we pray that this relationship continues. Of course, there is a negative effect of this. There is a negative effect of this that the West continue to. They have conditions. They give the loans on conditions, like they force the government to accept anti-African behaviors to endorse. So these are some of the conditions we hope Trump will remove, so that now they can give aid without these conditions which we saw before, whereby you have to, and actually this is the problem with the West sometimes. And also, are we really free as a country where by the West support these oppressive leaders in exchange for favors, international contracts, and so many other things? Yeah, so that's what has been happening, and I guess that's why Biden had favored Ruto, because he saw someone who is willing to compromise on the Kenyans and give us a bad deal. So of course we want a good deal from whoever we are dealing with, whether it's the Chinese. Of course the Chinese gave us a very bad deal in the SGR, and also all the information about the SGR were never disclosed, and also for the SGR. So here I am not just blaming Ruto. I'm just mentioning clearly and openly. The last regime of Uhuru was as well corrupt, and this has costed us. So you can imagine the effects of this corruption, Eurobonds and so many others, has affected us. Our currency has dwindled in value because now we have to pay all these loans, which we don't know where the money was taken, which the money was mostly the money was rooted. But then when we pay, it is also with interest. So you can imagine the double-edged sword in these loans. So we need to actually to do away with these loans, actually, to be less dependent on foreign loans. And so take care, guys. See you until next time.